Shalom. All praise, glory, and honor to the Heavenly Father, whose name is Yahweh, in the name of His Son, which is Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of the the nation of Israel, better known as the Great Millstone. Shalom and salutations to all you sincere brothers as well. Today is Tuesday, the something of April. It's a Sabbath, okay, which started last night, Monday sundown, okay, going by the new moon, because that's how time is based. That's where you get the word month from, okay. Which there's plenty of videos that brothers have done on that, so look it up. This is a follow-up to yesterday's video, and I found the lady's name. It's Ann Cutler or something. All right, and this is an article by The Stranger. This is a local, I guess you could call it a local newspaper that's published out of Seattle, and this is one of the articles that has some of the information that I wanted to bring out yesterday. As you can see in the title, it says, "Is North Korea going to bomb Seattle?" I hope it does. Okay. It says, "Yippee conservative." Was that an ad hominem attack? Hound dog and Cutler, whatever, took to Twitter recently with a message. This was on April 6th. She said, General Michael Hayden, I guess it's towards him, "North Korea will make nuke capable of hitting Seattle. Situation will be dire as soon as they can hit a city worth saving." So she's basically saying, like, Seattle's not a city worth saving, and it's not going to matter to the world. Basically saying that Seattle ain't shit, which she's right. Seattle ain't shit. None of these cities are. You know, I think when it comes to like the top 50 states or top 50 cities, Seattle might be up there like in the 50s, you know, 40s, 30s. I looked a while ago, months ago. I don't remember. It's not information that I care to remember. I can just look it up. It says Cutler was referring, of course, to escalating tensions between the U.S. and North Korea. Fresh off his first successful attack on another country, Trump, our bronzer-dusted president, the annoying orange, has now turned his sights from Syria to North Korea, a place led by a man whose instability rivals that of our own dear leader, and who has recently launched a series of missile tests that have only made tensions between the two nations worse. And that's pretty much the point of the article, which, you know, America started it by someone in Trump's cabinet saying that they needed to assassinate Kim. So with a statement like that being made, or even thrown out there, and now it's being swept under the rugs and trying to be hid by American media with shootings, with you know, propaganda like the Steven Stevens guy, right? Okay. They're trying to hide that, so America can come up with a reason to do whatever they want, and then after that situation, then the information will come back out that, oh yeah, well, someone in Trump's cabinet said this, so that's why North Korea started doing that, which led America to give a preemptive strike. Okay, right. I'm going to continue on a little bit. It says, not only is Seattle the U.S. city closest to North Korea, well, maybe. There's also parts in Alaska, I guess, but I don't have a measuring tape right now, so I can't really say for certain. Okay, so like in 1 second, turn these wipers on. We're also near Joint Base Lewis McChord, Boeing, and a Trident submarine base, and the collapse of our tech industry would devastate the U.S. economy. And this is something that I just got done saying on the Marco Polo to the brothers, how the Northwest out here, they really need to get humbled, because they have these things like the military, the Navy, the Air Force, a stockpile of missiles. They have Boeing, they have Starbucks, they have 2 nuclear plants, one operational, one not. They have water, agriculture, a pretty strong economy compared to a lot of other places. They're raising the minimum wage to $13 over the course of the next couple of years. I think a couple months it goes up to $12, and this, that, and the third. So the area is doing well, right? Richard Ellings, president of the National Bureau of Asian Research, called Seattle the ultimate target. Ann Cutler might not give a fuck about losing her life or her Amazon Prime membership in a nuclear holocaust, but just how concerned should Seattleites be? I wouldn't be too worried, says Jenny Town. And see, there's another thing, because they say that their missile defense will be able to stop anything. But if Seattle is this important, and really they can afford to get rid of Seattle, even though it supplies a lot of the West Coast energy and water, it would just set off that chain reaction. And if Seattle were to get hit, speaking of which, Salakia, speaking of military, okay, Salakia, speaking of military, there they go on the convoy, okay, which I guess it is the season for them to be doing this. Okay, it is the season, military season for training. They're going to Yakima, various parts in eastern Washington. That's what they do. And out in eastern Washington, they do a lot of ballistics tests as well. Okay. So anyway, just putting that out there. Going back to the article, Salakia. I think there's a possibility for some kind of military action, but I don't think it's going to escalate to the point of nuclear annihilation. The good news is that North Korea doesn't, well, they probably will, and Russia or China is probably going to give them something, hopefully, or maybe even America will sell them a nuke, backdoor deal, and then let them use it, and because something's got to happen to where this microchip gets implemented. And that's another thing. There's a company out in Seattle called Impinj that is heavy into RFID chip technology for the industry, for the stores. So I mean, this place is pretty much pumped. It's already been pumped. They got what they want. They can keep pumping it. They can pump it dry, but I mean, hopefully something will happen. But even besides that, this area is overdue for a tsunami, volcanic eruptions, mega quake, and then on top of it, a lot of the houses and stuff that was built without proper zoning. So there's heavy landslide areas around here, heavy landslides, and as you can see, it's been raining constantly. Okay, it's been raining constantly, and it hasn't really stopped. There's been like a day, I'll say maybe about 18 hours of no rain, and then it'll kick back up and rain for the remainder of the day, and then you might get 10 hours of no rain, and then it'll kick back up. So all this water, for one, they're not even saving it, and two, it's destroying more of the towns and cities and roadways and creating more potholes out here. So everything is in its balance, and either way it crumbles, the Most High is gonna make something happen. But anyway, I'm gonna leave off on there, and I'll be back next time out of One Ratazah with a little bit more. Until then, Shalom.